Hey everybody, it's Wednesday night, January 30th, and you are live with the Sassy Keto Nurse. Tonight is my live check-in for my check-in challenge for the transparency challenge that we've had the month of January. And tomorrow night will be the final check-in for the transparency challenge and the final giveaway. Hey Lisa, tonight is an exciting night. It's Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. Hey Becky. Hey Edna. Hey Angie. Hello. What's up, dudes? Okay, for those of y'all who don't know who I am, if you're watching this on the replay, my name is Melissa English. I am the Sassy Keto Nurse. I live in Northeast Georgia. I'm a licensed nurse here in the state of Georgia, but here on Facebook, I am just a ketogenic lifestyle coach. I started Sassy Keto Nurse about a year ago, and in that year, we have grown and just expanded and become great friends. We have a lot of fun here on Sassy Keto Nurse. This year, I'm starting some new things. Tonight, I'm going to announce a few of those things that we're going to be doing going forward. My mission is to help others get healthy the same way I did. 18 months ago, I weighed over 300 pounds. I was morbidly obese. I was very unhealthy, and I found the ketogenic way of life and turned my life around. Hey, Tammy. Turned my life completely around. I now have the labs of a 20-year-old, and believe me, I am not 20. I'm a whole lot closer to 50. So I have just enjoyed this. I just want to help others. So if you're watching this on the replay and you have any desire, any kind of keto curiosity, come over and join us at Sassy Keto Nurse, Sassy Keto Nurse and Friends. And if you really want to get into the mix of things, you can pledge to my Patreon and join the Sassy Keto Nation. We'll be doing some fun stuff going forward. So guys, for my check-in for today, I have had a pretty decent day as far as food and all that goes. Y'all excuse my hair. Look at that one big sticking up. Woohoo! Boy, that's pretty. Lord, that's horrible. Let's see if we can get that baby to sit down. Anyways, so this morning, hey Ruth. This morning, I got up, took a shower, got my coffee started, got out of here. Today was a late start day because I had such a long day on Monday. I had to cut some hours somewhere, and one of my moms has a doctor's appointment on Friday, so I can't leave really early. So I need to stay there until at least 3 o'clock. So I decided to cut a couple hours off this morning and have a late morning. It was kind of nice. I woke up this morning. My plan was to get up and fix me some breakfast and just kind of hang out here at the house for a little bit and go and mail a gift off to Miss Kim Dowdy Williams from the giveaway from last week. And to be honest with you, I was not the least bit hungry. Not the least bit. I fixed my coffee. I left it in my tumbler, and I didn't touch that coffee. Hey Jennifer, I hope you got your essay done. But I left it in my tumbler. I didn't touch that BPC until almost 12 o'clock this afternoon. So all I drank this morning was just water. I just wasn't hungry. So I got the gift mailed off and got to work. Had a good day at work. And I found something, or I didn't find it, but y'all saw where I posted earlier today about that cauliflower pizza crust. That upset me. Because Green Giant, I buy a lot of their frozen vegetables as far as like their broccoli florets and all that kind of stuff. And I was very upset that that was like it was, because the ingredients on that were horrible. Cornstarch and rice flour and just stuff that you just can't have. 16 grams of carbs, and even with the fiber, 14 grams of carbs per serving. 4 servings in, it's a square, but y'all, it's only like 5 inches. Crazy. But right next to it was the good foods. Yeah, bless you. I hate those things. Hate them with a passion. But I digress. The Real Good Foods or Real, I forget what it's called. But either way, and I got the jalapeno poppers and I got the uncured pepperoni and cheese pizza. And these are very keto. I will put pictures up of those. You can find them at Walmart. They're about $4.50 or so. Real good. That's what it is, Lacey. Lacey is always my go-to for my grocery stuff. She knows exactly what I'm talking about every time I talk about grocery stuff. But the Real Good Foods and the Real Good, it was the jalapeno poppers and the pepperoni and cheese pizza. Well, the pepperoni and cheese pizza, it comes, there's two packages inside the box, and it's each 4 little like 2-inch pizzas, 4 of them connected together. And what it really is, y'all, it said that it was a chicken crust, but what it really is it looks like a thick piece of deli meat, like the chicken, and then it has the pizza sauce and the cheese and the pepperoni on top of it. And I microwaved them last night, but I'm going to put them in the oven tonight because I want to see the difference in the taste. And then the jalapeno poppers, the outside of it is chicken, and then the inside is the cheese and jalapeno. And oh my gosh, Lacey, they are delicious. They really are. They are delicious. And anybody that's thinking, I don't want them because of the jalapeno, they're not hot at all. Like, not at all. It's got a really great flavor. It's more chicken than anything. The chicken is about yay thick all the way around. And they were really, really good. I really enjoyed those. I don't know that I would pay that much money for them again, though. Because it's like, you know how a stuffed meatball is? You didn't like them, Cindy? I really liked them. But like I said, I don't know that I would spend that much money for them again, because it's like my stuffed meatballs, the meat on the outside and then the cheese in the center. It's about like that, but it's chicken on the outside. Well, I'll just tell you, Lacey, they don't taste like jalapeno poppers. They taste like chicken poppers, because there's not a lot of jalapeno to it. Yeah, mostly chicken, no pepper. I think it just has some little pieces in there. For a jalapeno popper, I would rather just buy the jalapenos, spoon the inside of them out, to get all the seeds out, and then make a mixture of cream cheese and some sausage and some herbs and spices, and put that in there and bake them, cover them with cheese. Now, I really like those, and they're super simple to make. And you can make those on a meal prep day, or even just for dinner one night and just make extras to take to lunch with you the next day. Now, I like those a lot. I like jalapeno poppers. I like doing green peppers the same way, zucchini boats, all those kind of things. It's just about having a little bit of, yes, Lisa, wrap them in bacon. Jalapeno poppers wrapped in bacon. I wrap everything in bacon. I put bacon on everything. Yes, Lacey. Now, I didn't make it with jalapeno when I did the chicken thighs. I did some chicken thighs just a while back, and I think they're on one of the pages in one of the photo albums. And I did pepper jack cheese, mozzarella cheese, and then I cut up some green peppers and stuff with it, and I stuffed the inside of the chicken thigh with that and folded them over, and then covered them in marinara sauce and provolone cheese on the top is what I did. And then I made some chicken thighs a few weeks ago that, those cheddar stuffed chicken thighs that I made. Those were really good too. Or the mozzarella stuffed chicken thighs. I did those the other day. Y'all, a lot of keto cooking is just about, think about, the good fats, and think about what you love. What do you love? What kind of cheese do you love? If you've never been a cream cheese eater, try cream cheese with some herbs and spices in it, because you might be really surprised. Cream cheese goes great with any protein, really. I like to put cream cheese in when I do my cabbage and the sausages. I like to do the andouille sausage, and I like to put cream cheese in that too. I love cream cheese and everything. It just gives it that creamy texture and that flavor. I really like it on everything. What I wanted to talk about tonight, I have a couple of announcements, seeing as how we're about to move into February. All right, guys. Number one, going forward, I think everybody saw it. Tammy, cottage cheese is actually really high in protein. You can have like 2 tablespoons of cottage cheese, maybe 2 or 3 times a week, but not real often, because it does have a lot of protein in it and no fat. So it's kind of, you have to count it as a protein. But I have done, when I was first starting, one of my favorite things was to do cottage cheese, full fat cottage cheese with a tablespoon of sugar-free peach preserves. And I would do that as a snack in the evenings, just to quench that sweet tooth that I had for so long. But that was before I learned that if I just stay away from the sweets for a while, I wouldn't crave them anymore. But it is, I did that. And so, I mean, that's all up to you, but just count it as a protein. All right, starting in February, I will be doing a Sassy Keto Nurse newsletter that's going to go out as an email. Now, the first one that will go out as an email will be on February 15th, but the one for the month of February I will be posting tomorrow is the plan. That's the plan, as long as my day doesn't go super crazy. And what that newsletter is going to entail is, now we have 2 private groups as well as the public Sassy Keto Nurse page, and I have the YouTube channel and my website and all that kind of good stuff. Well, I need to keep all that organized, and I have a lot of people that are very interested going forward in what we're going to do. How are we going to keep motivated? How are we going to keep encouraged and supported? And how are we going to bring more of our friends in? And how are we going to show them that this thing works? Okay? So the public page is for showing everybody. You know, the public page is for those that are curious and they're like, let me just go over here and check out these folks and see if I want to be a part of these people. See if these are my kind of people. Now, Sassy Keto Nurse and Friends, that is our main group, and that is where I will be doing our monthly themes. That is where we will have lots of activities going forward, interactive posts, and I want everybody to participate. That is what has made January so much fun, is the participation that we've had, because we've really gotten to know each other, and we've gotten to where, you know, hey, I know what Brittany's been doing and how Brittany's been feeling, and we check in with each other. Well, I want to keep doing that. But we're going to do that inside Sassy Keto Nurse and Friends. And so I'll be announcing in the newsletter what all will be entailed in that, in the Love Yourself February. And then Sassy Keto Nation is the subscription group that will be done through the Patreon page. Now for February, because Patreon only does the first of the month, we didn't really have enough time for people to really do that. Brittany is the only one who really got, you know, she got in there, and she's the only member of Sassy Keto Nation right now besides myself and Lisa Wall. And Lisa Wall, I know you didn't know that, but you are a member of Sassy Keto Nation. I will send you a message in just a little while and let you know about that. And also, oh, that's what I was wanting to announce. So for February, since we didn't have enough time for everybody to get in on the Patreon quick. Hey, Aunt Audrey. I thought you'd like that, Lisa. So since we didn't have enough time for everybody to get in on the Patreon, to get in for the month of February, I am going to do anybody that wants to pay the subscription for the Sassy Keto Nation for February, just email me if it's after. Now, up till February 1st, you can still go over to Patreon and just go ahead and do it there. But I know February 1st is going to fall on a Friday. Some people don't. I couldn't find how to get in. If you go up to the top of the page to announcements or on Sassy Keto Nurse, you go to the pinned post at the top. I have the link to it, but it's just patreon.com/Sassy Keto Nurse. And I will post that again tonight, or I will make sure that everybody can see it. That's awesome, Becky. And for those that are not getting paid until next week, and I know how that goes, y'all. I got to thinking about that, and I was like, they cut off on the 1st, and nobody else would be able to get in. So that first week of February, anybody that wants to get into the Sassy Keto Nation, if you'll just send me an email, I can just invoice you, and that's the way we'll do it February. But that will only be the month of February that I'll do that, because after that it'll all be Patreon based. So after that, if you want to be in Sassy Keto Nation in March, you've got to make sure that you sign up before March 1st, and you will not get charged. Whatever card you use or whatever will not be charged until the 1st. They invoice on the 1st. That's when they do. So like where Brittany signed up the other day, they invoice on the 1st. So that's how that works. So I'll make, and that'll be in the newsletter that I put out. And this first newsletter for February, I'll post. I will draw it up and I'll get it and I'll post it so that everybody can see it this month. But going forward, starting February 15th, the newsletter will only be delivered via email. And it will go out to everyone that has sent me their emails. I have those in a group message right now. And right now I think I have 66 people. Now I have 388 members of the Sassy Keto Nurse and Friends. If you have not sent me your email, which everybody on here, I believe I have everybody's email, but if you're watching this on the replay and you have not sent me your email, please email that to me to KetoNurse86400 at yahoo.com, or at the top of the Sassy Keto Nurse page, it says send email. Click on that and it'll send it straight to me. And send me your email so that I can get you added to the email list and you'll get the newsletter every month. Now, here's going forward. Sassy Keto Nation will be doing the 3 lives, and we've talked about that every night this week. But Monday nights will be education lives, Wednesday nights will be book lives, Friday nights will be cooking lives. The first book that we're going to do is Dr. Ken Berry's Lies My Doctor Told Me. And I know that some of you, I know Lisa was in with us last time when we started doing that. We just didn't have enough participation in it to keep that book review going. And so I stopped it. But we're going to start it all over again, Lisa, in Sassy Keto Nation. And so we will start that next Monday night, or next Wednesday night will be the first night we work on that book. In Sassy Keto Nurse and Friends, starting next week, Tuesdays and Thursdays will be our lives inside the group. You go right ahead, Jennifer. See you, sweetie. And starting next week, we will be doing lives on Tuesdays and Thursdays inside Sassy Keto Nurse and Friends. It will not be a public live. It will be inside the group. The lives that I do on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with Sassy Keto Nation will be inside that group. They will be private lives as well. The only public live that I will be doing going forward will be the Saturday night lives. And we'll have Saturday Night Live with the Sassy Keto Nurse on Saturday nights at 8, which will be the Q&A lives. And so I'm very excited about that. That way we give people a reason to come and find out about us on Saturday nights. If they're curious, tell them, make sure you're on the live Saturday night at 8 o'clock so that you will know what's going on. The lives that are done in Sassy Keto Nurse and Friends and Sassy Keto Nation will not go on the YouTube. because those are going to be private. Yes, it's going to be Sassy Saturday Night Live. So it's going to be SSNL. But I'm super excited about Sassy Keto Nation. I think we're really going to do something special in there. And people are going to start learning and really getting more in depth and understand what's going on with their bodies and how to tweak and move things around so that they feel as good as they can possibly feel. Now, let's see. What else did I have to... Oh! I have found a group, and I believe that I found a place that I'm going to do my merchandise through so that I don't have to have a bunch of inventory sitting around my house and I'm not paying all these shipping costs and stuff to send stuff out. I think that I have found a print to order place. I've been talking to them, and if it works out, y'all, you'll be able to get Sassy Keto Nurse merchandise of your choice, whether it be a t-shirt, a hoodie, a long sleeve t-shirt, a mug, a coffee mug, a tumbler, whatever. If this works out, I've started working with them, and if it works out, then all that will be available, and I'll have all that posted across all of my stuff too. Now, Love Yourself February. I want to talk to y'all about Love Yourself February for Sassy Keto Nurse and friends. When I say I want to start doing this thing as interactive as possible, I mean that. I want y'all to know that you are encouraged and supported by me and the people around you in this group. I want this community to grow. And right now, like I said, we've got 388 members. We've got about 10 that are active. So I want everybody to get active. I want everybody to start participating. So, in February, now y'all see I've been working on this. See my list? Number one, this is a positive focus group, okay? So Love Yourself February is going to be all about focusing on you. And so every day there will be a positive affirmation that comes from me, something to uplift and get your day started right. And then there's going to be every day an interactive post. So it's going to be like, today I want you to, you know, sometimes it'll be stuff that you do on the page, and sometimes it'll be stuff that you just do yourself at home that you don't share with everybody. But it's something for every single day, a challenge for every single day. Do this. Do this. To make you find that love for yourself that so many of us have lost in the melee of supporting and loving and taking care of others around us. So that's what I want to do for February. And so every day, as y'all can see, and it goes into the next page too, because there's 28 days in February, I've got things to do. There's going to be a daily journal entry for the page. And so every day on Sassy Keto Nurse and Friends for the Love Yourself February, I will post something that says, you know, it's just kind of going to be like a journal cue. What was your favorite snack as a child and why? And is it still your favorite snack? You know, something stupid that just makes you think and get involved. And so every day, and it's not going to be, I'm not going to ask you that question, by the way, but it'll be little things, and I want everybody to respond. And I want everybody to get to know everybody. And I want us to become a community like I dreamed of when I first started this. Okay? So that's what Love Yourself February is going to be all about. Now, let's see. I had some more emails sent to me today, and I got them wrote down here in my notebook too. Yeah, I carry, look at this. Here's a notebook. Here's a notebook. I carry them everywhere I go. I've got them stuck where I take notes and stuff. But this is the education notebook that I've been working on, that I wanted to do a little talk tonight on cholesterol. Because everybody gets worried about their cholesterol. And everybody gets worried about what they're going to tell their doctor when they go in and their cholesterol has gone up since they started keto. Because it might. but it's nothing to worry about, because what goes up is the good stuff, okay? And if your doctor is not informed or read up on all the most recent research, he may not understand that. Now, we are turning a page, and physicians are starting to come around, and they are hearing about keto a lot, especially in communities like where I live here in Rabun County. A lot of the doctors here are very familiar with keto because we have so many people in this county that have been doing low carb, high fat for a while. You're ready to get scolded by your doctor. Well, here's the thing. Educate yourself up, and that's the biggest thing, is going in there knowing that what you are doing is the right thing for your body, and knowing that, like for me, I have the labs of a 20-year-old right now. My cholesterol, my LDL is high. Now, normally, and if a doctor was to see that, and my doctor did, they wanted to have a little chit-chat with me about my LDL cholesterol, although my triglycerides were in the floor. I mean, my triglycerides were practically nothing. I mean, they were low, low, low. And my HDL was sky high, you know, and that's what you want. You want that HDL high, and you want them triglycerides low. And then the LDL, I had asked them for a fractionated lipid panel, and they didn't order a fractionated lipid panel. They just ordered what my insurance would pay for. And so what they got back was a regular lipid panel, and all it has on it is HDL, LDL triglycerides. It doesn't actually break the HDL and LDL down into particle size. And I told her, I said, you know, when we got in there, I said, well, the thing is I know that's high, but I believe if you had ordered the fractionated lipid panel like I asked, then you would see that my LDL small particle count is very low, and my large particle count is what's high. And that's fine, because those large particles can't get into my bloodstream. Those large particles are too big to be moving around where they don't need to be. So I'm good. And then they want to talk to you about plaque in your arteries. Well, no, cholesterol don't cause plaque in your arteries. So sorry. That has been proven wrong. What causes plaque in your arteries is sugars and carbohydrates. And that's the thing is, what I need to do, and what I'll probably do over in Sassy Keto Nation, is some of these studies that I read, I will probably share those in a file folder over there or something. And I may do that on Sassy Keto Nurse too, because everybody needs to be able to access that, so that if you want to, you can print those out and take them with you to your doctor. I'm sorry, y'all. I am parched. And look. Woo! Tomorrow night, y'all. But it's not just that one. Tomorrow night, y'all. And then we've got that one, and that one, and that one. All go together tomorrow night for the drawing. For the 23andMe, with the $69 gift card with it to pay for the health assessment. And I'm also putting some other stuff in there that you'll see tomorrow night on the live. I'm not going to tell you tonight. All right, so let's talk about some cholesterol, y'all. Everybody talks about how bad cholesterol is, and how cholesterol is scary, and cholesterol is something you have to really watch, and if your cholesterol is going up, oh my God. Well, here's the truth. Every single cell in your body, every cell in your body requires cholesterol. Your brain especially needs cholesterol to function correctly. Your body actually produces 75 to 80% of the cholesterol that those cells use. So your body produces cholesterol. So this whole myth going through life that let's not eat any cholesterol, don't eat eggs, don't eat fatty meat, all that kind of stuff is just false. Because here's the problem. When we decided that cholesterol was such a terrible thing and they decided to put everybody on statins, which block cholesterol, look back in history, and if you look back, you're going to find that when statins became incredibly popular, when statins became the everyday thing, when statins became the standby, if you look at medical history, that's also when dementia and Alzheimer's and neurological disorders started to skyrocket. Because statins block cholesterol. They don't allow cholesterol to do what it needs to do. And what happens is your body starts shutting down. Your brain's not getting the cholesterol it needs. Lisa, I'm telling you, first time I ever tried MCT oil, the first day I used it, I was like, whoa. Because my brain clarity was just, whew, through the roof. So, here's the other thing. The majority of dietary cholesterol, what we get in eggs and fatty meat and all that good stuff, it's not absorbed because it's not the cholesterol that your body is using. What your body is using is that cholesterol that it makes on its own. But how does it make that cholesterol? How is it possible for it to do that? It has to be fed correctly and given the proper nutrients in order for your body to be able to make the cholesterol that your brain and every other cell in your body needs to function properly. So all these years, we have been taught that cholesterol is bad. Everybody's put on a statin. Statins are evil. I'm just going to tell you that right now. That's how I feel about it. If I could get my mom and daddy off the statins that they're on, I would. But they're not going to listen to me about that until I can give them some concrete proof and get a doctor to say the same thing to them. Their doctor. Now, not any old doctor, just their doctor. And that's not going to happen because their doctor is not going to jump on the keto wagon anytime soon. But my problem is these studies have shown how dangerous it is. And it has been proven that especially in women of older age, the higher their cholesterol with those large particle LDLs, high HDL, low triglycerides. So that's an elevated cholesterol level, y'all. It has been proven scientifically that especially in women, higher cholesterol levels lead to longevity. In other words, they live longer. And Lynn, that is, this is my mom and daddy. I would do anything in the world to get them off those statins. Praise Jesus, my daddy is finally off metformin. And I just praise the Lord for that every single day. And it took mainstream medical whatever posting 400,000 articles in every medical journal and on TV and on Facebook and everything else that metformin aided in Alzheimer's and dementia. And that got my mama listening, and they went and saw his endocrinologist, and they did get him off metformin. He has now been off his metformin for a little over a month, and he's feeling much better. His blood sugars are starting to regulate, and he's starting to really feel better. Now, if I could get him on keto, then I could get him off the insulin, because he's a type 2 diabetic. I could get him off of it. Hey, Bree, I could get him off the insulin completely. But it's all about everybody making their own decision. And that's what the other thing I want to talk to y'all about. Now, y'all, please be sharing this information y'all learned. Jennifer had shared a post today. She posted on her timeline, anybody that's interested in keto. I can't believe there's any of it left. I'm surprised that Hannah hadn't ate every bit of it. She ate every bit of it here at the house. But talking about the cauliflower mac and cheese for those of you that are watching the replay, because y'all, on the replay and on the YouTube channel, you do not see all of the, well, on the YouTube channel anyway, you do not see the comments. So it looks like I'm just talking to somebody in the world. Yes, that used to be a thing, Brittany. Doctors would put women on metformin, especially women with thyroid disorders. They would put them on metformin for weight loss. And metformin is a horrible drug. It's a horrible drug. I love that stuff. It's so good. The cauliflower mac and cheese. So it has been scientifically proven that in women, higher cholesterol levels at older ages leads to longevity. Also in men, but the science wasn't as proof-worthy in men as it was in women. Now, the thing about cholesterol in your body, and you know, this evil thing that these doctors have told us about, cholesterol is actually used to help make the hormones in your body. And I think we've learned, especially those of you who've been in the Transparency Challenge this month, we have learned that hormones are what drive you. Hormones are what decide how big you are, how little you are, how you feel, when you're going to have a baby, when you ain't. You know, they decide your mood, your hunger level. They decide it all. Hormones are what rules life. Cholesterol is necessary to produce said hormones. So when we block cholesterol, not only does this lead to early onset Alzheimer's, early onset dementia, it also leads to early onset menopause. The green chili chicken thighs. Oh my heavens. Hey, Deanna. Well, that's honestly, in this lifestyle, you're going to find lots of stuff that you absolutely love that you never liked before. And those green chilies, they have a wonderful flavor. And in fact, those jalapeno poppers that I bought from Good Food or Real Food or whatever it is, Real Good. Honestly, y'all, those tasted more like they had green chilies in them than jalapeno because they weren't hot at all. So, hormones. So with all this, and we look up and we're like, why are these women going into menopause in their 30s now? Late 30s, early 40s. Why are people getting early onset Alzheimer's in their 40s and 50s? Why do we have such a rage of infertility? And so much of that, y'all, is cholesterol. Because without cholesterol in your body, without proper cholesterol distribution by your body, by your brain and by your cells and by the hormones that transport everything, then things just don't work the way they're supposed to, and your body starts shutting down long before it should. Y'all, I'm sorry I keep looking down. I've got my laptop sitting right here, and as things are posted, I can see it. And I've got the live playing here too, because it's actually popping up on my laptop earlier than it's popping up on my phone. Ooh, Deanna, that would be good. And that's what I was saying earlier. With keto, it's all about experimenting. You know, y'all, find your favorite cheese, your favorite fatty mixture that you love, and start incorporating that into a little bit of protein, a little bit of veg. And that's what you want. You know, you want that 4 to 6 ounces of protein a day, which comes out to be about 50 to 55, 60 grams of protein, depending on what kind of protein you use. But 4 to 6 ounces is about where it averages. And add those good fats, cream cheese, sour cream, all the different hard cheeses. Make you some of those cheese chips. I'm going to make me some cheese chips tonight. I went in there and set everything out so that I could make those when I get off the live tonight, because I want to have some of those for my bag when I go up the road on Friday again, because I'm headed back to Fayetteville to love on that baby on Friday. And then, just start experimenting. Find things that you love, because honestly, your hunger is going to dissipate to a point to where you're really not eating. You're not going to eat 3 meals a day. You might eat 2, but you're not going to eat 3 meals a day. And when you make a meal, you want to have, enough for everybody, but you want to have some leftovers. You're not going to make tons and tons of food anymore. So find the stuff that you really love and stick with it. Now, let me see. I'm trying to remember and looking through my notes. Okay. So who you want to look into, and if you're really interested in the cholesterol information, I want y'all to look up Dave Feldman. He is the cholesterol guru. Dave Feldman knows everything there is to know about cholesterol, and he actually did a live with Dr. Ken Berry just a few nights ago. Please be patient at the beginning of that live if you decide to watch it, because they had a lot of technical difficulties in the beginning. But Dave Feldman is all things cholesterol. You can also get the book Cholesterol Clarity. Is it Cholesterol Clarity? Yes, Cholesterol Clarity. It was written, that was Jimmy Moore and Dr. Eric Westman, who I'm going to meet next Saturday. Y'all, I'm so excited. I don't even care that I'm driving like all over the place this month. I get to meet Dr. Eric Westman and Dr. Ken Berry and Nisha Berry next Saturday. I just feel like I'm meeting keto royalty. And so, okay. Instead of worrying about your cholesterol levels and worrying about how much fat you're eating and all that kind of good stuff, a really good thing to look at is your waist to height ratio. Now, I'm going to tell y'all that my waist to height ratio is horrendous right now. But Dr. Berry brought this up in one of the first ones that in one of the first lives that I ever watched of his. And I have looked into it, and I completely agree with him. And that's not saying anything, y'all. But I do disagree with him on some things. There was those medication, or those supplements, Edna, that you had posted and sent me pictures of earlier today. I disagree with that. I don't think that you should be taking those, because they are full of soybean oil and maltodextrin and all kinds of stuff like that, and I just don't think that's a good thing to do. I think that it's better, and I'm going to be posting some sources of different vitamins and different supplements that you can get through natural foods and other companies that offer really good supplements that are keto friendly. So I'm going to be posting those. So I don't agree with everything Dr. Ken Berry says, but most of it. I mean, he is a board certified physician, and he's a reader. He's like me. He digs, and he wants to read it all, and he wants to be as up to date as possible, and that's what I try to do. And so I want, to give good information. I don't want to ever say, well, maybe no. If I give you information, it's because I looked it up and I researched it and I dug into it, because I don't want to give bad information to folks. So the waist to height ratio, you want to put your waist in inches over your height in inches. And you want that number to come out less than or equal to 0.5. Mine is so not. Because, and I'm just going to share that with y'all, my last measurements. See, I did them. I marked it so I'd be able to go back. You're going to, huh? I'm going to post good sources of supplements. I'm going to get those together and put it into a what do you call that? An image. Yeah. Can't think of what the name of it is right now. No, I'm not going to Dr. Berry for a physical. I'm meeting him at the Adapt Your Life conference. He and Nisha are the speakers at the Adapt Your Life conference next Saturday with Dr. Eric Westman. And that's where I'm going next Saturday. Okay. Ruth, I cannot give medical advice because it's illegal, because I'm not your nurse. But I will say that 138/84, I would be a little concerned with the 84. It is a little high. And it could be hereditary and it could be dietary. It could be either, because I don't know your history. Because of that, as a disclaimer here, I am only a ketogenic lifestyle coach. My suggestion is, if you're concerned about your blood pressure, and if you're having any type of heart palpitations or any chest tightness or anything like that, if you're having tingling in your fingers or toes, definitely talk to your primary care physician about it. And hopefully you can find someone that is familiar, or at least, I'm not going to say supportive of keto, but that understands low carb, high fat. And even if you just tell them low carb, but the blood pressure thing, honestly, keto will help blood pressure so much. And, but I can't really give advice. I will say that 138/84 is a little bit high. The 84 is a little concerning. You want that to be below 70 if any way possible. So, but the hereditary things, I just, that can, yes, high blood pressure can be hereditary, but it can also be dietary. So it's kind of hard to say. All right, y'all, my waist right now is 48 inches. That's huge. That's a small child's height. It's 48 inches. I am 5'6", which means I'm 66 inches tall. Let me just tell you that 48 divided by 66, definitely not 0.5. Because it's easy to figure out, you know, is your waist half of what your height is? That's what you want. You want your waist, the inches of your waist to be half of what your height is. So my waist should be 33 inches or less. And so I'm working on that. When I started this lifestyle in July of 2017, my waist was as much. My waist was actually 67 inches when I started this lifestyle. And it's down to 48. So I have lost a ton off my waist. So I'm moving in the right direction. I just got to get it down to 33. But that's, whew, it does seem daunting, doesn't it? But having a community and a group of people that are willing to help you and support you and talk to you, and every single day you have these great things to talk about, and especially February, we're going to have tons to talk about in Sassy Keto Nurse and Friends, and then we're going to have tons to do over in Sassy Keto Nation. I'm going to be a busy girl. I'm going to be a busy Sassy Keto Nurse. Now, there's also, let me see, what was the other thing I want to talk to y'all about? Because some of this is just really geeking out, nerdy stuff. So I have to kind of read through it and make sure that I don't just turn everybody off with my geekhood. Alright, so here's when it happened. And I got this from Dr. Berry, one of his lives. The study that started all the crap about cholesterol was Ansel Keys' 7-country study. Okay, that's when it became super famous, and it became the big thing when President Eisenhower had his heart attack and was in the hospital for a couple of weeks. Well, Dr. Ansel Keys had just done this 7-country study, and it showed that cholesterol was the devil. All right, it was just horrible. They got guidelines passed because it almost killed the president, and that was when everything went crazy, because here they have these guidelines passed for cholesterol, and your cholesterol could be this high. Well, back then your cholesterol could be a whole lot higher than it is now. Now they've got it down so low that dang near everybody that walks into a doctor's office is put on a statin because they're too high. But the numbers now are 200 points lower than what they were when they set these guidelines when President Eisenhower was in office. The problem with all of this is Ansel Keys didn't do a 7-country study. He did a 22-country study. Hi, Tara. 22 countries that he studied. And he went through and picked and chose what he wanted to put in his writings and renamed it the 7-country study because he cherry-picked those 7 countries to prove his point. Well, it has been shown that he did a 22-country study, and if he had actually published all of the information from all 22 countries, that cholesterol was not bad, that everything that he was saying was erroneous. He was full of bull malarkey, okay? But because President Eisenhower had that heart attack and he got put in the hospital for 2 weeks and everybody freaked out and this almost killed the president and this is what's bad, this is what has caused this problem, we're going to fix this right now. So they came out with all these guidelines, and then Big Pharma got on board, and Big Pharma says, hey, we've got this medicine that will block that demon cholesterol. And so statins became the huge thing. And statins were going to save the world. Now it has been scientifically proven that statins are the reason that our health has declined in such a way. Y'all, we have become a nation of pill poppers. Nobody wants to do the work outside of the people that are here on this live or in my group. People don't want to do the work to be healthy. They don't want to have to think about it. It's a generation of simplicity, and we just want everything handed to us. We want somebody else to just tell us what to do. Tell me what to do. Well, here, take this pill. Oh, Lord, y'all, somebody's calling my house phone. That's big. Hold on just a second. Hello? 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 No, you're pronouncing it correctly, but I'm actually in the middle of a business thing. I'm on a live business conference. Can I help you? Yes. This is Publishers Clearinghouse, y'all. I'm going to see if I've won $1 million. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry, but that's not true. I paid that payment about 2 weeks ago. So you have a wonderful evening, and I'm going to go back to my work now. And see, that's how you handle that, y'all. You just smile, because they call me about twice a week telling me I haven't made my payment, and I've already given them the confirmation numbers 3 or 4 times, and I'm not going to do it anymore. It's all about taking a break. Oh, heavens to Betsy. Waterline on 441 Tiger. Brittany, what do you do? Are you one of our emergency response peoples? Oh, it just interrupted your live. Okay. We didn't miss much. Just me telling the Publishers Clearinghouse people that I wasn't going to send them money. If they ain't going to send me money, I don't want to talk to them. I bought some stuff off Publishers Clearinghouse, y'all. Some little stuff for a kitchen. And I paid for it when I got it. And they just trying to get more money. That's probably how they get them millions of dollars to give away to people that they don't really give away to. All right, so all those guidelines got passed, and statins became all super, and now we're finding out statins are actually the devil, not cholesterol. So I don't want y'all freaking out when you go and have your blood work done and your lipids are high and your lipid panel comes back and your doctor says, your cholesterol's high, we're putting you on a statin. If they do that, if they do that, I want you to tell your doctor, if you don't tell them when you first go in, if you can tell them when you first go in, not that it always works because it didn't work for me, but tell them that you want a fractionated lipid panel. Because they're going to, when they do your regular labs, they're just going to do a regular lipid panel. All that is going to show them is if your LDL is high. You need to know what the size of those particles are. You need to know if you've got big fluffy particles or if you got little bitty particles. The little bitty particles are bad. You want those to be low. But if it's all big fluffy particles, you're golden, okay? You're great. So tell your doctor when they go to do your labs, listen, I know that my total cholesterol is going to come back higher than you expect it to. I would very much like for you to run a fractionated lipid panel so that we can see my particle size on my LDLs, because I am aware that if I have small particles, it's bad. But if I got big, fat, fluffy particles, we're all good. And so I know my insurance will only pay for a regular lipid panel, but I'll pay the extra $20 so that you can see that I'm not killing myself. Because otherwise they're going to want you to go on a statin. Now here's the truth. You don't have to fill that prescription if they put you on a statin. It don't mean you have to take it. That is up to you. I am not giving you medical advice, but I am telling you and I'm educating you on what statins do and what they do not. What cholesterol does and what it does not. So, that is our live for tonight, y'all. Anybody that has not sent me their email, make sure you email that to me today or tomorrow. I will be posting the newsletter sometime tomorrow. It may be tomorrow night at midnight. I don't know. But I will be posting that. For those of you who were not on here at the beginning, Brittany Ellison right now is the only one who has gone over to Patreon and got into the Sassy Keto Nation. So the Sassy Keto Nation now consists of 3 people. Me, Lisa Wall, and Brittany Ellison. I would really love for a lot more people to be over there so that we can have lots of fun. Because we do. We have lots of fun. We're going to have loads. Because Patreon turns everything off on the first of the month and you won't get, they won't charge you and all that kind of mess. For the month of February only, all next week, if you're wanting to join Sassy Keto Nation, it's $12.50. And if you want to do that and you didn't get into Patreon before the 1st, you can send me an email, say, hey Melissa, I want to be in Sassy Keto Nation for February. Please bill me. Please invoice me. And I will send you an invoice. I have to have your email to do that. So everybody send me your email. But I will email you an invoice and get you into Sassy Keto Nation for the month of February. After this month of February, it will be through Patreon only. After this week, the newsletter will be email only. So you will only get a copy of the newsletter if you have sent me your email. Those will go out on the 15th of every month for the next month. So like the one you get on February 15th will be for the month of March, so that you can see what my plan is for the month of March for Sassy Keto Nurse, for Sassy Keto Nation, and for Sassy Keto Nurse and Friends. And that way we kind of stay ahead of the game and it's not a here we are thing. I like being ahead of the game, don't y'all? So, I believe that's about everything for tonight. Does anybody else have any questions? I've run my mouth for an hour now. Lisa, I believe I do, because I know I do, because you bought a Sassy starter kit. So I know I do. And if you don't remember if you sent me your email or not, y'all, just shoot me an email that says, hey, here I am, because you know your email will be in that. Just shoot me an email at ketonurse86400@yahoo.com and say, hey, do you have my email? And I'll check. Because right now I've got, I think, 66 or 68 emails right now. And I've got 388 people in Sassy Keto Nursing Friends. Come on, y'all. And make sure you're sharing on your timeline. If you know people who might be keto curious, y'all, share on your timeline. If you're friends with Jennifer Littrell, she shared a post today, and I just thought it was the sweetest thing. And she posted on her timeline, anybody interested in keto, come over to Sassy Keto Nurse, you know, for the month of February, we've got big plans, or something like that. I don't remember what it was. And she had somebody that come up and said, hey, does that really work? And that opens up the conversation, y'all. Send them over to my page. Drop a link for the YouTube channel. You know, drop a link for my web page, whatever. Or just tag me, and I'll drop the links so that we can get anybody that's interested in this, we can get them involved, and we can get them on the road to better health. All right. One thing I have not seen from everybody, the only one I've seen post was Kim, I believe it was. Was it Kim? I believe so. Please post what this month has been for you in this challenge. Anybody who don't understand exactly what I'm asking for, go over there and read that post. She says, this month I learned. And I don't remember if it was Kim. Let me just go look and I'll tell you who it was. Because it might have been Lynn. I'm having a moment. Okay. Oh, poop. Y'all, I've got too much stuff sitting in front of my laptop. It was Kim's, right? Edna, your protein's way too high. Your protein should not be 85. Most women's protein averages between 50 and 60, unless they're very active or very young and active. It usually averages between 50 and 60. Your protein is going to be 45.5 plus 2.3 times however many inches you are over 5 feet. So if you're, let's say, 5 feet 2, it's going to be 45.5 plus 4.6. Way to go, Brittany! Brittany, honey, you are rocking it. So yeah, it would be 45.5 plus 4.6, which would be 50.1. So that's, it usually averages between 50 and 60. If you're just not wanting to do your macros, or you're doing that kind of thing, and I'm not talking about you, Ed, and I'm talking about anybody. For women, if you stay between 50 and 60, you're pretty safe. But if you're on the shorter side, you need to stay down lower towards that 50, because that's all the protein that you really need. Did you watch my video, Edna? I have a video on my YouTube channel that is macros calculation. It will walk you through it step by step how to figure out your macros. If not, you can always order a macros calculation from me for $10, or you can order an entire Sassy starter kit for $25. The $25 includes the macros calculation and a 4-option meal plan with recipes and a grocery list. But that video, it will walk you through it step by step. But some people just, they would rather just have somebody else to do it and know that it's done. So that's all up to you. You can shoot me an email and let me know. And we've gone 5 minutes over. But that's all right. All right, guys. I love y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow night for the last check-in challenge live. Oh, you are 5'2". Okay, Edna, do I have your email? Make sure that you send me an email. Go to Sassy Keto Nurse, the page. And at the top of the page, it will say send email. Click that. And I need your height, age, weight, and activity level. And I think you already sent that to me, did you not? You might have in a message. I'm not sure. Either way, if you will email me, then I will email you back and get all the information I need from you to do that 4-option meal plan and to get your macros set up for you. And I'll be happy to do that. So just send me that email and I'll get you invoiced and do all that. Oh, honey. See, this is in a live, and I don't know if I'll... Whoo. Let me see if I can write that down before I lose it. Because all the comments and stuff, I lose all the comments when I upload it to YouTube. Okay, Edna, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you an email a little later tonight, and I will ask for all the information that I need from you. So be checking your email, sweetie. All right? Love you guys. Stay sassy. Keto on. Sassy Keto Nurse signing off.